Hello friends and welcome to another session of English literature. So friends, today's topic of discussion is what is comedy of manners and consider the way of the world as a comedy of manners. So friends, from this video you'll get to know about the definition of comedy of manners, a brief history of comedy of manners along with the way of the world as a comedy of manners. So watch the video till the end. Here we go. So friends, at first we have to know that what type of plays are called comedy of manners. So, Comedy of Manners is a play concerned with satirizing the society's manners, such as the method in which everyday duties are performed, conditions of society, and a way of speaking of people's behavior and all that. So, this type of plays or this type of themes in a play is called Comedy of Manners. So, Comedy of Manners usually employs an equal amount of both satire and farce. So, friends, now we have to know that what is satire and farce. So, satire is a literary device in which humor, irony, exaggeration, or ridicule is used to expose and criticize people's stupidity or vices. And farce is also a literary genre that makes use of highly exaggerated and funny situations aimed at entertaining the audience. So thus, Comedy of Manners usually employs an equal amount of both satire and farce. Most of the plays of this genre were carefully constructed to satirize the very people watching them in the Restoration period. The writers of the Comedy of Manners, by using the weapon of satire, wit and farce, show people the truth. In this case, they strictly follows the principle of Oscar Wilde, who is of the opinion that if you want to tell people the truth, make them laugh, otherwise they will kill you. Friends, one important thing, whenever you are writing something about comedy of manners, please put this quotation of Oscar Wilde into your answer, because this quotation is quite forceful and important. So now we have to know about the background of the comedy of manners. So the period from 1660 to 1700 is known as the Restoration period or the Age of Dryden. The Restoration age starts from the restoration of King Charles II to the English throne after his exile. So during the Commonwealth period or the Puritan age, Puritan spirit occupied the mind of the people till the Commonwealth government that changed to kingship of King Charles II, and with this restoration the theatres were reopened which remained closed in the Puritan age. So in the Restoration era, the French influence was more dominant in literature because the King Charles II spent his exile in France. Thus the French writers like Corneille, Racine, Molière and Boileau were imitated by the English writers. The Restoration drama was characterized by its intricate plots, sexual intrigues, moral duplicity and feigned identities. As a part and parcel of the Restoration drama, the comedy of manners both mirrored and criticized a society becoming more fluid in terms of sexual modes, gender roles and class standing. Wycherley, Congreve, Etheredge and Farquhar were the principal authors of the Comedy of Manners in the Restoration period. So this was the brief history or brief background of the Comedy of Manners. So now we have to know that why The Way of the World by William Congreve is called Comedy of Manners. So William Congreve's The Way of the World is a suitable example of comedy of manners. The Way of the World was premiered in the early March 1700 in the theatre of Lincoln's Inn Fields in London. It gives us a kaleidoscopic view of the contemporary manners like the morals, the behavior, the habits, the fashions and affections of the people in a satirical light and allowing for the exaggeration which is inevitable in a satire. Thus, it has a lot of historical value as it gives us a peep into the social life of the upper class people of London in the later part of the 17th century. As the Restoration period was a period of loose morals, so The Way of the World gives us an adequate idea of the prevailing morality of people in the Restoration period. So the play The Way of the World is centered on two lovers, Mirabell and Millamant. In order to marry and receive Millament's full dowry, Mirabell must receive the blessing of the Millamant's aunt, Lady Wishfort. So Millament's aunt's name is Lady Wishfort. Unfortunately, Lady Wishfort wants her own nephew, which is Sir Wilfull, to wed Millamant. So Mirabell's friend Fainall, who marries Mrs. Fainall for her property, is having a secret love affair with Mrs. Marwood, who is a friend of Mrs. Fenner and secretly loves Mirabel. So Mrs. Fenner also in turn once had an affair with Mirabel. In the meantime, Mirabel's servant is married to Foible, who was Lady Wishfort's servant. On Mirabel's command, Whittle pretends to be Sir Rowland and tries to trick Lady Wishfort into a false engagement. Above all the characters in the play are involved to each other in adulterous relationships. They have multiple love affairs, extramarital love affairs. They have greed for money and they have a moral duplicity. Thus, through this comedy of manners, William Congreve tries to show the way in which the world is relaying, means the way of intrigues, the way of disguising, the way of deceiving people for money, for love, etc. So friends, this was the brief summary of the Way of the World, and the Way of the World is called the Comedy of Manners for the above discussed qualities. Thank you so much friends for watching this video, and if you find this video helpful and useful, then please like this video, share this video, comment on this video, and for more videos you can subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know about any topic of English literature, then please let me know so that I can make a video of it. So bye bye for now, see you in the next session very soon.